Lucky bugger. First ride of the season under his belt right there.
There it is.
Well, hey guys, Mason here. Benham brought his 701 over in a snowstorm so we could see about getting this Mosko Moto Reckless 80 mounted on it. Now this is the same way you would mount it to a KLR 650 or really any other bike. The mounting points might change a little bit, but basically it's the same thing. Another thing to keep in mind is the Reckless 80 comes in 3 pieces, so it requires a little bit of assembly. We've already done that, but if you want to see me put mine together, I'll put a link to that video here. The only difference between this and any other 701 is the fact that he has put the Perun back rack on the bike, and it's a really nice rig. It went on fairly simple. We didn't film that, but he did use it last year on our TCAT trip. He had that underneath his luggage, and that's what he used as a tie-down point for most of it. Now we're going to see about mounting up the Mosko Moto Reckless 80 onto the Perun rack on the Husqvarna 701. So this is the Perun rack. I think there was some holes he had to drill, but I don't think it was too difficult. It leaves a nice open space here around the fuel fill. And when the Reckless 80 mounts over this, it's going to sit kind of square here, and you're going to be able to access the fuel filler through the pack. So let's have a look at setting this thing on there. Now the Reckless 80 comes with a heat shield, which I don't have. It's over at Benham's place, and it's going to go on the exhaust here. As a matter of fact, he's kind of trimmed it to match this profile. It's going to look really good. It's going to protect this whole area here from where the bag might rest against it. So let's pretend for the moment that that's on. So there's 3 straps out of the back of the R80, and the easiest way to do this is to make sure that these 3 buckles are all outside of the beaver tail, not inside like this. So pull those through to the back, and then it's very straightforward. Pass down through the rack, through the bottom of the buckle, back through the top of the buckle, and you can cinch them down. Do that with all 3. We're going to leave these 3 here hanging out the back for the time being when we do up the front 2, and then we'll come back here and take these back inside, back here to the strap keepers. Now the leg tie downs just go to anything that pull them to the front of the bike. We're going to go around the foot peg bracket here, the passenger foot peg bracket, and up underneath here is a cam buckle that you just pass that end through and just cinch it down tight. And again, we're going to leave that hanging because we want to make sure we get this all centered up. Same thing on this side. This strap, we're just going to take it down and through here. They do sell brackets that you can bolt on that give you a loop to pass these through. But the beauty of this setup is the fact that it can be switched from bike to bike to bike fairly simply. Okay, so now all 5 points of contact are on. We'll have a look and see how it's looking for the fuel cap. Pretty good. Have a look and see that this is centered, and it is. So now we can just go ahead and give those 2 a little snug up. You can get nicely to the fuel cap there. Let's have a look. Yep, no problem at all. Make sure these are snug. Once they are, you just pass them back through. And then you can just coil them up here and tuck them underneath these keepers. These two Velcro straps that come here on the inside are movable through any of these daisy chains, and this is to hold your tent poles, so you run your tent poles through there and cinch those back down. Other than that, that's the bags on. It is that simple. Once you have them where you want them, the side legs here also have strap keepers. These ones are Velcro. You just run them around like that. All the other tails on the bike also have them. Just keeps the ends from getting tangled up or caught in anything. And surprisingly enough, on our TCAT trip, I did those up before we left and never touched them again. So the side bags work very simply too. There's the top clip, and then on the sides there's a side clip for the waterproof dry bags, and then you just clip them over to the top and you have a nice carrying handle. Makes it super easy for taking your stuff off the bike, putting it back in once it's back in. Now these are empty, I just have them puffed up with air right now, but you just clip the sides again, very simple, and clip the top, cinch it down. Now the other thing that's nice about the bags is how much extra space they give. You're not going to be able to see that, but so when these, you can really overstuff these if you get into a situation where you have to carry extra, more than what you were originally. And the blue lining in them is nice. Mine doesn't have that, but it does kind of brighten up the inside of the bag when you're looking through that window. So they're just full of air for demonstration purposes, as if they were packed out. And then that clips over and cinches down. The other thing that the Reckless 80 has is these back pouches, which I carry 2 MSR fuel bottles in one, and the other one has my first aid kit and air compressor. Works really well. These are not waterproof, but they do seem to keep things fairly dry. I know they're not waterproof, but they work fairly well. So don't put anything in there that you need to have 100% dry. It comes with the Stinger 22. That would go across the top. The front piece comes over and gets clipped. And that holds your bag in. And then anything else that you need to stack in here, you can. Bring this over the top of it and clip that in. Jackets, wet gear, food, your bag of garbage from the campsite. It can all get tucked under there till you get where you're going, and you can unload it easy and cinch it back down. Lots of extra straps there. This will get quite big. So there it is. That didn't take long, and that was kind of instructional. To take it back off again, you undo the 2 side straps, you quickly undo these 3 back straps, and the whole thing lifts off if you need to take the whole kit and go. So when you get to camp, you can just undo this bag, which has all my tent and sleeping bag and stuff in it, take it, set everything up, put it all in the tent. This is my clothing, which comes out, goes in the tent, and that's the kitchen bag. So that just goes straight to the picnic table. The rest stays on the bike. I never undo this holster once we're on a trip. Everything just comes out and goes. And that just sits on the bike like that. It's a very good system. It works really well. The other nice thing about it is the Stinger has backpack straps in it. It's got pass-throughs all over the place if you wanted to tie this down just on the back of the bike. As a daily commuting bag, you can use it for that if you would leave the holster at home. This can go on in either configuration. Run your straps through the keepers from something down below over the top, and it's not coming off. It's not going to go anywhere. These clips on the bottom are for the backpack straps. They just come out and clip. There's lots more information on that on Mosko Moto's website. But having the Stinger as part of this kit is a nice standalone bag as well. There's storage in here, 2 zippered pockets. That's a removable map pocket. Easy access to fuel, so when he pulls up to fuel, he just undoes those 2 clips. This one, pulls the bag off, sets it there, fuels the bike, back on, clip, and then these 2. And he's back on the road chasing us down As a matter of fact, he won't have to chase us down anymore because that's going to speed his fueling up so much that I would imagine he'll just be right with us. Pretty slick rig, works really well. That just goes to show that it's going to work on the 701 just slick. Everything should be fine. The bag doesn't touch the turn signals. There's even room on the back if you wanted to lash something else small and round. Maybe an extra fuel canister or your chair. Good spot for a chair. The other thing I guess I should mention about the Mosko Moto stuff, which I don't think Benham's going to do, but there's room on the front to add on accessory bags like I have here. These bags from Mosko Moto, they come with a quick disconnect, so you can just take them off in a flash if you need to. This one is my water, and that one carries just miscellaneous stuff, headlamp and that sort of thing. Okay, taking it off is as easy as putting it on. Undo the strap keepers, reach up in here and toggle the cam on the buckle. That pulls out and off, and then I take it around and like that so it's not hanging and dragging. Around the other side of the bike, strap keepers, toggle that, pull that around there. Up to the back and undo these three. And that's it. Done. And you're ready to run light. Pretty slick rig. Super fast on and off. Very durable. I've put mine through hell and back. So now that we know it works, we'll get his heat shield on, pack him up, and get out camping. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that's informative to somebody, maybe someone who has a 701 or is even thinking about getting the Perun rack, because I know that it really does work well for this. So there you have it. It will fit. It does work. You guys take care. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Mind how you go. Bye for now. Mason out.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.